program is the District Mathematics Week celebration for Ekumfi District, and it is in collaboration with Ghana Mathematics Society and Ladies in Mathematics. Ladies in Mathematics is a group that has come together to help the girl child to be interested in the subject mathematics, because most of the girls in our classes find mathematics to be very difficult. So we have come together to help inculcate the interest of mathematics in the girls.
God to bless your name. We thank you for the lives of everyone who is coming to join and those who have gathered already. At the end of the day, we will say that indeed it's the Lord's doing. We thank you for an answered prayer in the name of King Jesus Christ. Amen.
Thank you very much. Please let's get seated. We want to know the purpose of gathering here. Some of us know, others don't know. So without wasting my time, we'll call the president of Ladies in Mathematics to come and give us the reason why we are here.
I'm honored to be given the opportunity to present the purpose of our gathering here. Basically, we are here to celebrate mathematics, to overturn the usual stereotyping that mathematics is difficult, hence it's not for the girl. Most of us think mathematics is for the boys, but we are trying to prove that's wrong, that both boys and girls can calculate or can participate in mathematics, because it is found in everyday life. No aspect of our life can be without mathematics. We are here to break barriers and place the girl at par with their male counterparts mathematically. As part of today's program, we will have quiz competition among 10 carefully selected schools, after which we shall all learn a thing or two through practical mathematics that has already been done. I wish all the competing schools the best of luck, and may the best school win. Already we are all winners, because out of the many schools in Ekumfi, only the 10 of us were selected. So in a way, we have already won. But the best school will be the winner of the quiz. Thank you.
Thank you very much, President. We are continuing.
I deem it a privilege at this time to be called upon to officially open this very important program. The importance of mathematics and science to the society can never be overemphasized. The relevance of mathematics, among other things, improves knowledge, skills, and competences. So if you learn mathematics, of course, your knowledge will widen. You acquire skills and competences. It will also even uplift your quantitative aptitudes. It also builds confidence in you. For that matter, if you learn mathematics, you build confidence, you will never be nervous. It will also build your courage. All the time you are courageous. So this tells me that Yas Santua in the history of 1900 was a mathematician. Amen. Do you accept or you don't? Agreed or not agreed? Good. Let's look at the application of mathematics in our society. Everywhere we apply mathematics. If you go to the kitchen, you want to prepare your soup. Please, Master, come and sit down. Prepare your soup. You measure. Are you listening or you are watching? You measure your salt, you measure your pepper, you measure everything. You are using mathematics, isn't it? Mathematics in application. So our women and their chefs, they apply mathematics a lot. Now, if you go to hospitality, in the industry, catering, and wherever you want to go, you are applying mathematics. You go to a hospital, you are giving drugs. The pharmacists, they measure, quantify, you are applying mathematics. You go to fashion, designing, they measure, taking the length and breadth and then the bust, whatever, you are applying mathematics. At the construction industry, you want to prepare your mortar, your ratio, 1:5, 1:1, concrete, whatever, you are applying mathematics. The businesses, everywhere that you want to do or everywhere that you want to go, you are applying mathematics. However, sometimes you are not aware that you are even applying mathematics. To promote girls' education, government came up with several policies. But two important policies that I want to share with you briefly are the government policy on the Act 506/1995, which saw the birth of the FQ, Free Compulsory Universal Basic Education, and then the preschool system, now you call the KG. In order to promote this FQ, government came again with another Act, 778, the 2008 Act, and that also gave birth to the STME, Promotion of Math, Science and Technology. And then you are seeing the inclusive education. Inclusive education, now we are saying that we don't have special education, go to a proper, go to this place. In no time, you see all the girls, whether they have challenges, will be with you. And they said that your curriculum and the training must be structured in such a way that every child will be in one school, so that you can be supporting them. That policy also saw the formation of councils and the boards. For instance, the CODWET, Council for Technical Education and Training, the NACA, National Assessment and Curriculum Assessment, and then the NIB, National Inspectorate Board, and the NTC, National Training Teaching Council, which will now see to the registration and licensing of teachers. These are the acts that are promoting education. Per that, we have several interventions, all in an attempt to promote girl child education. Now we have the capitation grant, now improved in 100%. Now you are taking 9 cedis per child. Head teachers and teachers are to use that facility to promote education in our schools. Hallelujah. Are you not happy? Clap for the government. Now we also have the Almighty Free Senior High School. Now the Free Senior High School is said that everybody must be in the school. What is left is for you to get your chop box and then you are there. Everything is free. You eat free, you do everything free. Even in the day school, you have one hot meal. All these preparations are for you. So if you are not taking these advantages, then you are, of course, trying to invite poverty to your house. They are providing you, some of you, free school uniforms, free textbooks, etc., etc. Now let's look at the import of the free senior high school. My work today, this morning, is to have this one workshop officially open. But I'm just trying to discuss one or two issues so that when you go down, you know the policies. Those of you who will be attending interviews, these are very critical issues. Now, free senior high school provides access, quality access, to the vulnerables and the poor, like you and myself. I was born in a very poor home, at a village. When I mention it, you weep. However, I come from Ekumfi Equity. My mother is from Equity, my father from Ekumfi. 100% Ekumfi man. So when I was asked to come and act here, I said, hallelujah. It's like you've cut your fufu and it has dropped in the soup. It's not a good English, don't pick it. Hallelujah. So we are role models. You are role models. These girls that you are seeing, some of them even started from poor homes. And even as you see Nana, if Nana is from Isam and its environs, as Nana here, then of course he was born and bred from the grassroots. And I'm telling you, if you want to look at interventions, what Nana had done is a role model. Not just Nana, but very critical role model. Let's give you a very big round of applause. Free senior high school also promote quality and equity. Gender, of course. Giving us a very fair play. Girls and boys equal have to attend, just as they are saying. There is nothing like the girls being phobia to mathematics. No. If you know mathematics is applied everywhere, like I've already mentioned. Then of course, you know, even you, the girls, you apply mathematics than the boys. And free senior high school is the panacea to poverty reduction. Me, I've been saying even poverty eradication. Poverty is a panacea. If free senior high school were applied, then of course there wouldn't be any poverty again in our homes. It may interest you to realize that the performance of mathematics, of our girls in mathematics in our districts, is abysmal. Not even mathematics alone, even the BEC results. No, the organizers have carefully chosen a team for this program. I think the one who gave the purpose, I thought he was going to mention it. Their team is positioning the girl child mathematically in the free senior high school towards national burden or the nation burden. Very carefully chosen. And so if you want to digest the theme for this occasion, you will get so many interventions, so many topics to discuss. Positioning the girl child is a complete topic on its own. Mathematically adding even the adverb in the free senior high school towards the nation burden. And this is the topic or the theme they had chosen. The formation of this association is a means of whipping the interest of or whipping up the interest of our girls in mathematics and science, and for that matter, technology. We are developing some instruments and some materials to help you identify the need for you to even keep up with your mathematics and the technology. Mathematics doesn't go alone. It goes with science and what? Technology. So if you work out, you should be able to add the substances and you should be able to produce. Gone are the days where Ghana, they will come and mine the oil and send it. In no time, Ghana is going to purify the oil to get the actual material here, not only the raw material. Now, girls in the study of mathematics, majority of the girls are math phobians, not Accra Hatufuku, but you are mathematically inclined in phobiality. You are math phobians. You fear mathematics. You have low interest in mathematics. And this occasion will address why. And I believe by the close of this occasion, you will also have the solutions to why girls are not performing, so that you are placed at the same level. If not, the girls, women have been saying, what men can do, women can do even what? Better. There is therefore the need to take advantage of this policy or this particular program in order to access education. On this note, I officially declare the Ekumfi Mathematics Week Day duly open. Thank you.
I think we can do it better. our dignitaries. There are so many dignitaries here, but we take speech from one or two.
We have a record there that proves that the single-sex school, that's the girls precisely, they do more better than the boys. Just that we don't get the necessary support and the opportunities. So I'm entreating you that you should sit up, put away all fears, feel free. When it comes to calculation, you match boot to boot with the boys. You will be able to beat them. I believe in you. So you also have to believe in yourself and build your self-confidence and work harder so that you get the better grade as your counterpart boys are also doing. Don't leave the better grades for the boys alone, because the boys, even they know themselves that we are much better than them when it comes to academical wise. That is why when you get to the adolescent stage, they just want to bring in some immoral acts to disturb us, because they don't want us to climb to the higher. But this time we are saying no to sex, no to anything that will hinder our education. But all that we are saying is that the district director, our teachers, and even the head teachers should give us the maximum support so that we can also come out with the qualities that God has given to us. So my girls, we know that we are on top, and I want you to be on top because we are ambassador for change. So when we say girls, then we say ambassador for change. Girls. Ambassador for change. Girls. Ambassador for change. Bring the vim. Girls. Ambassador for change. Yes. So we are going to change. Now I want to see more girls at the university studying math, engineering, going into the sciences. We are not going to read general art and those things. No, we don't belong there. We belong to the other side. Is that okay? So sit up and learn hard, and you will make it. Is that right? And we also want to use this opportunity to entreat our the teachers, the mathematicians amongst us. It's a good idea that we have established that kind of club. We want you to support our girls and give them the necessary things that they need to also to perform. If as girls at this age, some of them feel shy. So if you don't support them and you keep on shouting on them here and there, then you try to intimidate them, you will never see the qualities that they have. So teachers, we are begging you, I'm on my knees, pleading to you that treat these girls well and give them the necessary, so create room for them so that they can have confidence in you and they can share their problems, and you also help them to solve their problems as well. Please, if the girls are coming to you too, we are also saying that don't use that as a yardstick or opportunity that, oh, now I've got them, so let me use them for whatever I want to get. No. If you do that, it's not morally right. So you take these girls as your own children, your own cousins, your own nephews, your own nieces, then you help them to make it to the top. So that at the end of the day, our Almighty God will also bless you, because you have also contributed towards their academic achievement. We say thank you to all teachers, thank you to the organizers of the program, and thank you to all participants.
Thank you very much, Madam Esther. As the slogan goes, girls, girls, and I think we have boys also here. So what are we also going to say? Boys, we are already changing. Boys. Oh, the voice is not coming. Okay, we are blending the two. Okay, we take the one from our PRO, who says that we are soldiers for change. So boys. Boys. And then girls. Okay, I think this morning we are here because of our ladies. So I think everything that we do here this morning will center on our ladies. If you are happy to be here and happy to have taken a message from Madam Esther, I think there's one thing that is not expensive, and that is clapping. And when we have that thing, it also makes everything very nice. So as Madam Esther has given us a message, we will give her a hand of applause, and then we will continue with the program. So let's clap for her whilst we continue the program. Okay, thank you very much. You agree with me that as we are here this morning, there's one powerful personality in our midst. He has talked for a while, but he will talk proper. And you agree that we cannot do away, or we cannot do this program without taking a word from him. He is a man who is helping to improve Ekumfi, the traditional area of Ekumfi, and maybe Eswatini to be precise. And he is the Tufuhin Dr. Nanakwesi Edu IV. We will welcome him to give us a message. Let's welcome him with a hand of applause.
Thank you, MC, for the opportunity, and also for the organizers for this opportunity. In my own personal life, I'm an educationist. I'm a pioneer lecturer. I used to be lecturer of the University of Cape Coast. I'm one of the few lecturers who began University of Education in 28 December 1992. Yes, and my field is also education statistics and assessment. So I'm also there, and I also work with some NGOs and also with government. So when I heard that this project is coming here, there was no way, nothing I could do but to rush from Accra here. I had it very late. I had it very late. But if this is coming here, then there's nothing I can do. But and I can't avoid it. So we are thankful to that. Thanks for the director for also explaining the importance of mathematics in the life of human beings. And it's very key. I'm going to highlight a few points of them. We are in December. By December to March to April, you see many people rushing to register for NOVDEC. We call it NOVDEC, the private sector there. In September, go to all centers and go and see those who are writing. If you go to the class for English centers, math centers, they are full. Those who are writing remedials in mathematics, it is unprecedented. Then the next one is English. So you see that even those who are going to high schools are all failing there in mathematics. So this raised alarm and the importance of this session here. Two, if you look at the National Educational Assessment, which I've been involved in for about 10 years, National Education Assessment, and if you look at the literacy level, mathematics is woefully abysmal, very weak. So we are still struggling as a nation with mathematics and also with literacy or English. So whatever we do, we will have to speed up and reinforce the teaching of mathematics. As the letter said, the phobia, the fear of mathematics, which is creeping through. And most people are dropping out. If you look at, whilst I was in the university, I've been in the university, if you look at admissions, you see people with A, and F9 in math and English. And you feel saddened. You feel saddened. Recently, I was involved with now we call them College of Education, teaching education. And if you look at the trend of people who are entering, people with good grades, ladies with good grades, but mathematics is getting weaker. So now we were pushing that they should take even D7, because it's up to C6. They should take D7. I said, we are wasting resources. The person is going to do English or going to do social sciences. He's going to do home economics. But he has D7 in mathematics, and they are wasting away in our homes. So why can't we do that? So we are pushing that. So now we are trying to compromise the use of mathematics. So we thank the organizers that they are doing this for us, and that they are reinforcing this. The question that we will ask is that we have our teachers who are here. Where trained teachers who are in school? So why do we need an additional NGO to reinforce it? Why do we need it? So which means that we have a job to do at school. Some may even talk about the few years which are spent in school, which is the 3 years, which is virtually 2 years in a way. So if you don't double up in the SHS, then you are in trouble. So These are the key things that I want to say. So, but you must know that education is a race. Whether you like it or not, they will use meritocracy, which means the person who performs better will go. They won't say because you are from Ekumfi from or social, they are going to pardon you. So, which means that you are competing with somebody who's in Achimota. If you are here, you are competing with somebody who's in Takoradi, who is in anywhere in the country. You are competing with the same person, which means that this project is to reinforce. Which means that those of us who are from deprived districts, deprived areas, are in trouble. Somebody said that if education were to be a race, you know a race. If education were to be a race, some people will come to the starting line with their pocket full of lead. I'm repeating. If education were a race, some people will come to the starting line with their pocket full of lead. You know lead. Can somebody tell me the fancy name of lead? Anybody should mention the fancy name for lead. Oh. Sumbui, you know Sumbui? That heavy thing that they use in the net. So if education is a race, if we all come and line up, and they said, get set, get ready. Some people's pockets are full of lead. And that means what? They can't run. If education were to be a race, most of us, including the director, some of us who are from, my father's from Otam, my mom from Eswesha here. So those of us from the deprived districts, if education were to be a race, we begin at the starting line with our pocket full of lead. So when you say pay and the person is gone, you are still crawling, you are still there. And what I see today is that this project should be able to remove the lead, remove the sumbui in our pockets, so that we will be very lighter and we will be able to run faster and compete. And that's very key. So this latter has a responsibility. The GES itself has a responsibility to make sure that we create the enabling environment that will make the study of mathematics feasible and easier for us. And these are very, very key things. We cannot avoid mathematics in our lives. The director has said most of these. So I'm sure that we will also do these things over there. The second one, we'll go to director, especially with our teachers. I see this project as complementary, not in competition with the GES. NGOs, I've worked with NGOs for 15 years, and I'm chair of most of the NGOs there. I said NGOs are uninvited party crashers. NGOs, and these are lectures I've given before. NGOs are what? Uninvited party crashers. They decide to come here. Nobody invited them. But when they come in, they should fit in with your agenda. They should not come and disturb it. And I preach this thing I preach it to Chega, Yao Chega, who is the acting director general, and I work with him severally on many projects that NGOs must not hijack the GES system. They should work in conformity, in complementary to the GES system, so that when they are doing their project, it should be with the approval of the district director. That should be, and that's key. And here we are free. But when you go to the northern part of Ghana, you have more than 200 NGOs there, in Upper West, Upper East, more than 200 NGOs. And teachers are always at workshops. But we want that this project should serve as complementary to the GES project, which means that the in-service training of mathematics for teachers should be ongoing. And I'm putting in another key point before I end, that which goes to the teachers themselves and to director, that teachers who have stopped learning, teachers who have themselves stopped learning, it's like somebody who is drinking from a stinking pool of water which is stagnant. So if a teacher you stop learning, then you are feeding the children with stagnant water. So teachers who have themselves stopped learning, then it's comparable to people drinking from a stinking pool of stagnant water. So it means as teachers, we must also upgrade ourselves in the new ways of teaching mathematics, especially those who are teaching mathematics. Let's make it more friendly, more easily accessible. Make it more. You should customize it. Otherwise, there's a problem. So teachers have a responsibility, and I'm glad data is here. Which means that we should ensure that this project goes on. I was the district chief executive, and then we'll talk about education. And we are talking about the processes, the hours of contact hours, and I will stress it. If all what we do here, if we don't improve the hours of contact, the notional hours of contact, we are failing. Because this NGO, they can't do everything. They can't be here teaching us every day. The responsibility for education lies with the GES and the directors ahead in the district. So the classroom hours of contact should be ongoing. So if you have to teach 8 hours or 8 hours in mathematics and you teach 2 hours, then there's a 6-hour deficit. And we can't fill it with this NGO. They are coming to complement what we do. So we are pleading, and I'm speaking on behalf of Ekumfi district, that we should be up and doing. So director, please carry on to your teachers that the monitoring and supervision should be intensified and should be strong, so that we have that house of contact. They are here. And we thank, and we will do everything in our capacity, in the traditional area, also in our own personal capacity, to support you in whatever you are doing. So thank you very much, and take care.
Thank you very much, Nana. As some organizers who try to put things together in making this a reality, and we would like to see them. This is a humble appeal from our dignitaries.
Group. We have in our midst Miss Sylvia Oyam, who is also the vice president for the group. That's Miss Sylvia. Away will do. Please come forward. Yes, that's Madame Sylvia Oyam, the vice president for LIM. And we have our boss, I mean the president for the group, Miss Elizabeth Opon Eminsa. So she's also here. That's Madame Eminsa. Thank you very much, Mr. MC.
Okay, thank you very much. Now, the next on the program, we are going to shift the closing prayer to the end of the whole program for the day. So, without wasting much time, we are going to continue with the program, but we will continue with inter-schools mathematics quiz and practical mathematics. And I think with that, the organizers are here. So they will take us through, or they will direct us as how to arrange the chairs so that our quiz for the day will begin.
attention to this part because this is where the promotions start from. If you don't pay particular attention, you will not hear it well. Now these are the rules. We are going to use 30 seconds for a main question. 30 seconds. So when a question is asked, you have 30 seconds to provide the answer. Failure to provide the answer within the 30 seconds nullifies the question. Now question 1, beg that. If a number can be written as A over B, where B is not equal to 0, then that number is termed as fraction. No. How about B?
Whole number.
No. Alright. Sets which have the same number of members are described as
Equivalent set.
equivalent set. Let's raise here. How many months make 3 years? How many months make 3 years?
36 months. 36 months.
36 months. Correct. A numeral in base 2 is also referred to as now the question. A line that divides a plane figure into 2 equal parts is termed as. A line that divides a plane figure into 2 equal parts is termed as.
Diameter.
No.
Line of symmetry.
Okay, line of symmetry. Perfect. Average value of a statistical data. It is the average value of a statistical data. What is it?
The mean. The mean.
The mean. In a right angle triangle, the side opposite to the right angle is known as. In a right angled triangle, the side opposite to the right angle is known as.
Interior.
No.
Exterior.
No.
Interior.
No.
Hypotenuse.
Hypotenuse, that is correct. Okay, so now we are coming to the background, the breakthrough. If 2 into bracket x plus 2 bracket close is less than or equal to 5, what is the value of x?
X is less than or equal to half.
Alright, that is correct. Then we don't put your pen. Factorize the expression. Factorize the expression.
3a squared bracket open ab minus 3c.
Come again.
3a into bracket 3a into bracket ab minus 3c.
Minus 3c. Okay, correct for that. Given that a is equal to 1, 3, 5, 7, and then 9. B is equal to 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. And C is equal to 3, 6, 9, 12. Find A intersection B intersection C. Bonus to assignment. Okay, so I told bonus.
Negative 13.
Negative 13, that is correct. Okay, it's actually your main question. Given that A is equal to 50, B is equal to 1, evaluate 20 over A minus B. In the real number system, which letter is used to represent integers? Z. Wait. A. Variable. Now let's move on. The correct answer is capital Z. Capital Z or Z. Capital Z. He says Z. No, that is not capital Z. No. I said that the correct answer should be a capital Z. So you shouldn't confuse yourself with it because there's a distinction between capital Z and then small z. So that is it. See the score master as he presents the scores of the individual.
Looking at the confidence and then how the children answered the questions about the quiz, it has been very successful. So during the first round, we had Belgrade School. Belgrade had 13, Obidan Pochobin JHS had 9, Dunkwa Bontin JHS had 7, Asafa Methodist 9 points, Esuesha DAJHS 9 points, Ekumfi TI they had 0, and then Nakwa DA had 3 points, Ejankwa Owia JHS had 2 points, and then Isacho DAJHS had 15 points, and then Youngsters Future Academy also had 3 points. Then from round 1, 5 of the schools were knocked out. So 5 schools qualified for the second round, and at the end of the second round, Belgrade had 13, Obidan Pochobin had 3, Asafa had 7, Esuesha DAJHS had 6, and then Isacho had 8 points. Then from the round 2, 2 of the schools were also knocked out, so 3 qualified for the finals, and the schools that qualified for the finals were Belgrade, Asafa Methodist, and then Isacho. And then at the end of the round round 3, which is the final round, Belgrade had 19 points, Asafa had 5.5 points, and then Isachi DAJHS also had 15 points. Then the overall marks were accumulated, and at the end of the whole quiz, Belgrade Preparatory School came first with 45 points. Asafa Methodist JHS placed third with 21 points, and then Sachel DAJHS placed second with 38 points. So in a nutshell, Belgrade was first with 45 points, Isachu DAJHS was second with 38 points, and then Asafa Methodist was third with 21 points.
In fact, the quiz was so successful, and we want to thank all the participants for coming on board. Even the courage to come and stand in for the quiz was a plus. We want to say thank you to all the schools for participating, especially the winning school and all the other schools, those who came first, second, third, and those who were even knocked out. We want to say that we are really grateful to you, and we want to encourage those who were knocked out that is not just the end. It's kind of beginning of something, so they should go and prepare so well so that God willing next year they will come and they will move to the top. We'd also want to say to the winning school that they should get ready because people are out there waiting. At the national level, it's going to be different districts, and so more effort is needed to go and be on top at that level. So I want to tell them that they should put in more effort in doing what they are doing now, and so that they will go to the national level and get the first position as well. That's what we are aiming for. We are in for the first position and nothing else. And we would also want to say thank you to all the teachers that came, the head teachers with their mathematics teachers and any other person who came. We also want to say that God willing, tomorrow we are meeting again for the Grand Derby.
I thank Ghana Mathematics Society and ladies in mathematics so profusely they've done so well, especially for selecting Ekumfi as one of their centers, because Ekumfi in mathematics is not a new thing. Talking of Professor Aloti, talking of the late Andam, they were all gurus in mathematics. So if the authorities have chosen Ekumfi to be one of the centers, I think it is then a step in the right direction, and I thank them once again. And the organizers in Ekumfi too, I say a good work done, because I least expected to come and see this wonderful organization, especially the efficient and effective manner in which students actually came, and then the preparedness with which they are answering questions also needs to be commended. On this note, I will encourage all the stakeholders to continue to organize this exercise in Ekumfi, because mathematics is a bedrock. It is a center of most engineering courses. Come to actuarial sciences and then accounting, all the engineering. And seriously, these are courses that students fear. But with the right approach and introduction, it is just as important and manageable as any other subject. So I want all the students in Ekumfi, and for that matter, Ghana at large, to take their studies in mathematics so seriously. To become so efficient, you need to do serious, constant revisions. You see, as the saying goes, constant practice makes perfect. So the more you practice the subject, you become conversant with all the methodologies, and you are able to handle any exercise that will be given you. I'm very much thankful once again to the organizers, and I pray that they should bring to my district next year as well.
It was successful by the grace of him and all the dignitaries who came and graced the occasion. We thank the district directorate for helping us make the arrangements, and the Ghana Mathematics Association in Accra, who also helped us with a lot of the preparation, especially Professor Anku. Then we also thank the DC of Ekumfi. He also made great and immense efforts towards this program. And we also thank all schools who participated. Today's program has been successful, and we are praying for a successful session tomorrow. And we hope that tomorrow more people will come and add up, and the number will also increase. And more events like dramas and other things will be expected. So we are inviting all to come and support us. Thank you so much.